The team released new renderings of the future Burnham Yards site today. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause joins us now. And Rachel, those renderings include kind of a glimpse of the area's past as well.
Yeah, they're finding ways to include the old locomotive shop and turntable pit into plans for the site. Historic Denver says they're happy to see the history included in the team's plans, but stress that doesn't end at the property line. For decades, Denver's Burnham Yard was a community hub.
This is one of the most historic parts of Denver. And for a city that really owes its existence to the railroad, this is kind of ground zero.
Historic Denver CEO John Deffenbaugh says the historic train yard is securing a spot in the city's future as the site of the future Denver-Broncos stadium.
Burnham Yard's history is so storied, but what's more important is the future in front of it. And for one of Denver's most recognized brands to be locating in one of the city's most historic places.
The team released renderings for Burnham Yard, preserving the rail yard's history.
Well, I hope they do, because I like all the graffiti and everything that's around here, you know?
Absolutely. It's what makes us special.
Historic Denver's really encouraged that the Broncos intend to keep the locomotive shed and the historic turntable pit. But what's really important is the intangible cultural history and that the voices of the local community are heard.
Deffenbaugh says the future stadium will be built next to La Alma Lincoln Park, Sun Valley, and Baker, neighborhoods that helped build the railway up 100 years earlier. He hopes the city and the team work to build Burnham Yard back in a way that fits the neighborhood.
Because while it's going to be designed largely for Broncos country and attract people from across the region and across the state, which is of course important, what's really important are the people surrounding this site, because they're going to be the ones affected on a day-to-day basis.
People here know the neighborhood will change.
Yeah, I think it is, but it is what it is, I guess, you know.
We love how much investment is going into this area that's otherwise not being used.
With the light rail rushing past, change is already here.
Mama, Choo-choo!
Right there, buddy.
Hi, Choo-choo!
Say hi, Choo-choo.
Hi, Choo-choo!
Deffenbaugh says balancing the old and the new in the neighborhood will be key in keeping both the stadium and Denver's history on the same track.
It takes time, it takes attention to detail, it takes listening.
With the neighborhood that built the historic Burnham Yard now at risk for gentrification and displacement by the new plans, Deffenbaugh says he hopes to see both Denver and the Broncos working to make sure that both the history and the neighborhood can be preserved. The new stadium and surrounding neighborhood development plan is slated to open by 2031. Rachel Krause, 9 News.